Welcome to Johnsequitur, a show about everything.
Jeez.
All right. Oh, do you want a fancy name? Or
Yeah,
are
you gotta have a screen name.
Yeah.
I'm Liquid Thunder.
Rendersella.
There you go.
What?
Rendersella.
I
Rendersella.
don't even know what
I'll explain later.
Okay.
You don't have to go with that.
Let's see.
I'll tell you
Everybody else has one, so
Yeah,
I
you need a good.
What would it be?
No pressure, but I'm starting the show now, so figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I just don't know. I'm not gonna come up with a name that fast. I don't think.
Rendersella.
Hmm?
Rendersella. Gonna stick.
What does
forever.
this mean?
Is it
I need to
Cinderella?
know.
What's your name?
Why?
You could be Lindsay.
Yeah, just go with Lindsay.
I guess. If
I mean,
I'm-
that's creative.
Oh yeah.
But talk like this the whole time.
There you go.
Great. Hi, welcome to Johnsequitur. I'm the John that runs it. And to my left is another John, but really it is...
Liquid Thunder.
That's right. And straight ahead of me is...
Lindsay, I don't have a
Wait.
creative name yet.
Boo.
Rendersella.
Boo.
And we also have Jay. Oh.
Also boo.
Boo me.
Boo.
Woe is you.
All right. After last week's explosive episode about very topical things, we're following it up with an episode about food.
Hot dog, man. Everybody's got to eat.
Jason Statham eats.
Hot dog.
I bet he
and
does.
Did anybody take the time to look up his favorite food?
Jason Statham's favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the soul,
Yeah, I
soul,
will right now.
Oh,
Souls of
that's
Communist.
right.
It's pretty
It's,
sure.
it's probably maple syrup. Just straight.
Okay, so we have someone jumping in right away. Garrett.
There it is. What's your favorite food, Garrett? What's your favorite food in the whole wide world?
Meat.
Meat. That's
Any
what I'm
kind
talking
of
about.
particular meat?
Steak.
Steak. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a pretty good meat.
How do you like your steak cooked?
And,
Do you like it to be bloody or not?
I like it to be
Pink?
Yeah.
Medium. Yeah,
Good
man.
choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
Steak sauce? You like
Yeah,
A1?
he's gotta have steak
I
sauce.
can eat it without.
I have to say, for like 90% of my life, I prefer my steak sauce on my potato and nothing on my steak. Yeah.
I'm
I
straight
like to
butter,
make
man.
fire blue sauce when I'm having. Have you ever had that?
Fire
It's
blue.
like it's like blue cheese and cream cheese and cayenne hot
like a
sauce.
spicy blue cheese.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds good.
Statham likes nuts, oats, fish, chicken,
Of course he does.
Yeah.
Healthy son of a bitch.
Yeah.
steamed veggies, and brown rice.
You're right.
Jason Statham. Healthy.
Jason Statham.
It's fine.
Isn't that crazy?
Say that.
I'd like.
That's why he's got such a nice, lustrous coat.
That's what it is. Yeah. That's why his hair grows in so thick.
Yeah.
You know, he shaves his hair off and sells it to charity, so we shouldn't
bet.
joke about
Does he
it.
really? He's a role model to every young.
Yeah, man. One of these days. One of these days, man.
For you.
For me, I hope. You guys can't see it on the thing. Fingers crossed, man.
That doctor just needs to give you the okay.
One of the which needs to be a whole nother episode in and of itself.
No,
More
I
than
don't
that
think
one.
so. I don't think so.
Oh, it'll be a whole new chapter in my life.
You
anyway.
can't take this off the internet once it's on, so we're not putting that on the internet.
Yeah, that'll be a fun tangents, thing for later.
Be sure that when you're throwing the darts, Garrett, not to hit a person, please.
Yeah,
That's important.
yeah.
Get them.
There you go.
Okay, so what is everybody's favorite food? Let's start with that.
So, oh boy, I feel like it depends on the type of food you're going for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a favorite meat, I have a favorite vegetable, I have a favorite pie. This is a just side note. John Amon Sr. is my grandfather.
Okay.
John Amon original right here. He's this great big stoic guy. You ask him, Grandpa, what's your favorite kind of pie? He had a cigarette, right? Take a big hit of his cigarette. He'd go, there's only two kinds of pie that I like.
Oh.
Hot and cold. All right, Grandpa. Right on, man.
So many ways you could have went with that.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only type of pie he likes. Is hot pie.
I'm
and
glad he
cold.
knew how to talk to kids. 'Cause
That's it, man.
What is this, warm? Get this the hell out of here.
Right? Yeah. No, I don't play that game. Hot or cold.
It is so hard to narrow it down to just one food, though. I think it is easier, like having a whole category. Like,
Well,
what is your
is-
favorite type
okay.
of?
Is there anything that, like, you could... different variations of it you could eat on it? every day?
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Okay.
Potatoes, yeah. See,
Well,
I
that's
have
because
this...
there's every variation of potatoes.
That's
Like
true.
every variation
It is
of
a
potatoes
super...
is good though.
Yeah, that is true.
The only
There-
kind of potatoes I don't like are potato salad, except for German potato salad,
Okay.
because it's like warm and has like a oily vinegary dressing
Right.
instead of the mayonnaise.
There's
Okay.
two kinds of potato salad I don't like. Cold.
It works, man. It works. I think I feel like I have a strange ability that a lot of people I've talked to don't have. I grew up in a real big family, right? So when my parents would cook, they're cooking for, 12 people at a time, right? So once in a while, people out of the house doing whatever, this, that, and the other. Like, all right, well, we made spaghetti, 5 days ago, and we're still eating spaghetti today because, we made 25 pounds of it. So I have gained this, or maybe I've always had it, whatever, but I can literally eat the same thing every day, no problem. Fun anecdote. I was working at a machine shop, and I had lean pockets. I bring them in every day. That's why I had you get the family pack. There's 12 of them. It's lunch for the whole week, right? So every day, come in, I make my 2 lean pockets, right? So it was a Monday. My boss goes, hey, no, don't. I get my things out. He goes, no, don't eat those. We're going to go out for lunch. I said, okay. That wasn't like a crazy thing. Sometimes we go out for lunch. Okay, so we go out. He goes, we'll buy. Okay, cool. Tuesday, I get those same 2 lean pockets out. Hey, no, we're going out for lunch. I'm like, oh, okay, well, you guys bought yesterday. I'll buy lunch today. No biggie. Okay. Wednesday, no, we're going out. We'll buy. I'm like, okay, I bought yesterday. Thursday, no, we're going out.
Sorry,
All
I didn't mean
right.
to shush you.
All right, no, that's all right, that's all right. So Thursday, we're going out. Oh, Jesus, man, Friday, no, we're going out. I said, guys, listen, I think I'm just gonna skip lunch with you guys today. Like, no, I'll just stay here and eat my lean pockets. He goes, John, you've worked here for 2.5 years, and you've had 2 lean pockets for lunch every day. I cannot watch you eat another lean pocket. We're going out to lunch.
That's the whole reason they were going.
Yep, that's why we went that entire week. We went out to lunch because I had lean pockets for lunch every day, and my boss was tired of watching me eat it. So
Go to another room.
that's what I don't understand why. I don't understand how that would bother someone so much. They're willing to buy me lunch 3 times that week just to not have to watch me eat the same thing.
Do you change it up with the types of lean pockets you bring?
Nope,
Or-
ham
no?
and cheese.
Oh.
That's my jam. Yeah.
I don't take lunch to work because I'm afraid if I get fired, I'll have to sit in my car crying, eating it. And there's nothing more sad than that.
See,
That's
I think
really planning ahead.
yeah, it really is. But I think for me personally, I would need that. If I got fired or quit, I'd have to
need
go
that
out.
food.
I would have to go out and eat first, just to make sure. I'm like, all right, I'll eat something. If I come back, still feel like murdering this guy and quit my job, it's okay.
Look, I tried to calm it down.
I
with a
did.
snack. It didn't work.
Right?
They're all
Yeah.
dead.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I also had vodka, and that makes me angry.
Yep. So that was a fun little anecdote for you. That is a little insight into me.
So your favorite food is lean pockets. I got you.
Well, that was a long way about it. But
Yeah.
I could eat them every day. That's for sure.
This show wouldn't be a show if he didn't give us
Rant.
5 minutes
To
for
tell
an
us something.
answer.
Something I could just be like, lean pockets are my favorite. No. Let me tell a 9-minute story.
Favorite type of pasta? Well, this one time,
Yeah.
I went to Italy.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't really me. It was my grandpa that likes pie.
Yeah. Pasta.
Only hot now.
Only hot.
All right, Jay, do you have a 1-word answer? Time's up.
Get out.
Smoked steak.
Smoked steak. Okay. I think that's how we should do this in categories. Meat. Favorite meat. A meat you could eat every day.
That's all I like is meat.
I bet it is.
I
Oh.
I like.
Nobody doesn't like pie.
I don't.
You like pie.
No, I don't.
You don't like chicken pot pie. You don't like steak pot pie.
Okay.
You
That's
can
a
call pizza
pie.
a pie. Pizza
That
pie.
a pizza
I'm not
pie.
calling pizza a pie.
That is a
no,
pie.
that is stupid.
When you're thinking pie, you're thinking of like an apple pie
I don't
or
like.
a
Okay,
berry
well,
pie.
I don't like sugary food, so yeah. I
So
don't
okay,
like
you don't like dessert pies. That's different than I
I
don't
don't
like
like that word.
pies. Pie?
dessert
I
or
like
pie.
ice cream and cupcakes.
You know, honestly, I really don't like talking about food, and this is my idea for a topic.
Good job. Way to go.
I really hate talking about food.
Just wanted to come on here and tell us all the things you don't like,
Yeah.
and that's it.
I think that's what I do every week.
Yeah.
All right, question. I'm gonna. This is the most serious that we're gonna get at all in this episode.
All right.
Let's say that they. Have you guys ever tried the meat that is plant-based? Anybody?
No, but I would.
Like a
I
Beyond
abs-
Burger or one of those Whoppers?
the Impossible
Yeah,
Burger.
that's one. Dunkin' Donuts has a sausage one.
Okay.
I've had like soy-based
Yeah.
ones.
Soy. Yeah, I've had soy burgers.
Do you like them?
I would eat them. Yeah.
I would personally rather have like a black bean burger than
Yeah, those are excellent.
You know.
Yeah.
I've never had
I
a black bean
think
burger.
I think
They're
that
good.
stuff's all good, but you can't advertise it as a meat
Meat.
substitute. It's
It's different than
Well,
meat.
it's an
not-
alternative,
yeah.
but it's
I
not.
think that's the way you have to do it. You can't say it's a plant meat. You have to say it is a meat substitute,
Right,
Because
but-
it's not meat.
But I mean,
it's
like,
substitute.
do you want a broccoli burger? No, don't call it that.
Yeah,
It's
you'd have to. That's like the.
It's not.
Yeah, that's like when
The word burger
when,
doesn't work in that
when
situation.
Right.
Pringles was, they're like, oh, try our chips. And the chip companies lost their shit. They're like, those aren't chips, because
Right.
the chip is something cut from like.
Just imagine what an angry chip executive looks like.
Yeah.
Oh my
Apparently
God.
they were super mad about it. That's why if you look on Pringles cans now,
They have
they
blonde
say
mustaches, guaranteed.
Oh yeah.
they say crisps, not
It's
chips.
I was just gonna say because like in England they call chips crisps and chips to them are fries.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It hurts my head.
And that's why we threw tea in the harbor.
That's it right there.
But that's not why. That's another story. John?
Bookmark that one.
9. Okay, let me tell you this quick 15-minute story.
It was like 16, 30 something. I don't know.
Okay, so the reason I asked is, I almost forgot. The reason I asked is they have ran this idea by people who are big into meat, and they are adamantly against it, even if it tastes the same. And my question is, why would that be? Why would they be adamantly against eating a meat substitute that tastes pretty close? Because it
Right.
does.
Some people are just like against something that they're not used to.
Yeah.
So
There's
to
that.
them,
Humans are creatures of habit as well.
Right.
I think if you find something that is a viable alternative that tastes the same, you're taking away meat potentially in the future, and people they have the urge to kill
Yeah, but
and eat other animals. It's a
But we
primal
have such an
instinct.
overconsumption of meat too.
Yeah, I
like,
was gonna say.
If we
There's an
could
over-
just have less.
There's an overconsumption. There's more of a waste of food than there is an
Yep.
There's
overconsumption.
definitely both.
yeah.
I guess consumption would fit both
Is
as
the
a
US
waste and what you're actually eating.
Is the U.S. the biggest producers of food or exporters? Which one is it? It's
I don't
one or
think
the
it's
other.
either.
It's one or the other.
I
We
feel
don't.
like producers, if you
It might be producers.
If you've
China
traveled-
is not. I looked this up, but I can't remember if it was producers or
See, I would have
distributors.
expected it to be China.
if you
not.
travel across the country at all,
Mhm.
we did. My wife was a traveling nurse, and we had a contract in Iowa. And people say Iowa, and like, oh, corn, haha, that's corn, everything's corn. And you're like, oh, okay, haha, it's corn. I've driven through Iowa.
It is.
It literally is all corn.
Yeah.
Like, no joke. You're on the GPS, and it's like, hey, your destination's up here, 238 miles on the right. It is one cornfield. I mean, you can tell where the different people, like, where the lines come together like that. You can tell it's different owners of the corn, but no shit. It's like 250 straight miles of nothing but corn.
Corn's like the best cash crop. There's more calories in an acre of corn.
Well, yeah, corn is actually. I was surprised by that. Corn is very high calorically. Any kind of root that you like, a carrot, an onion, anything below the soil that you harvest to eat, a beet or a turnip, that kind. Calorically, those are like pretty high on the list,
They're
honestly.
like high
Really?
in sugar too.
Yeah. Anything below the maybe because your body has to work harder to digest it, so it gives it. I don't know what it is.
Starch turns into sugar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Depending on the type of starch. Yeah.
And the other state that is, like, I know Iowa's big, but there's another state that's big on food production is California.
I
A
would imagine.
lot,
Really?
tons and tons of
Oh, it's
different
a
kinds
giant
of
state.
different
but-
kinds
Right.
of crops are grown there. But there is a shit ton of food that comes from California.
Well, and if you look at the growing season, like, because as big as the state is, basically the whole bottom half of it, their growing season is twice as long as it is here.
Right.
So,
Right,
like,
yeah.
you can produce more there because you have a longer season.
And they get all their water from the north.
down
It
the mountain.
it's not. It comes from pipes, but they do come from down the mountain.
Oh, okay.
So, I know we're talking about food, but if the North ever decided to be pissed off at the South and take away their water, we would all be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Because a shit ton of, like, oranges, a ton of fruit. A ton of fruit comes from there.
It kind of brings up a point, though. Everybody was, California wants to secede from the United States. Oh, big deal. It would be a big deal.
It is a huge deal.
Maybe not so much for us, because most of us hunt our food. It's Pennsylvania.
Yeah, you have the option to.
There's more hunters. The density here is far more than anywhere else in the country.
Oh yeah, maybe Iowa.
No, wait. Pennsylvania leads in hunting.
Well, I bet that is the per capita per person.
I think it's licensed as sold.
Because that's what I'm saying. There are more people here.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like people per capita. I think is how that goes, but the population. I think there are more people here in Pennsylvania because the deer even we were driving around and like, oh, look at the size of that deer. It must be fairly old because like I bet you that deer was 250, 300 pounds. Like that's a huge effing deer. They're like, oh no, that's last year's. Like, what that? Well, yeah, corn. The whole entire state is food for them. So like they just get massive.
I think Pennsylvania has the most forested area, too, of any state. So then there would be more deer.
Right. The Allegheny Forest is freaking huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The deer up there don't get near as big, though, because they're walking up the sides of mountains all the time. There's a lot of vegetation, but not
a lot of food.
Not a high calorie.
Yeah. Huh.
And then we've got, like, elk. I was just in Elk County a couple weeks ago, and they have some, they have some big elk there that we saw.
Yep.
Our fish population is pretty good, too. We have a lot of different varieties.
Yeah.
And then we've got, like, the Great Lake. We've got Erie that has, like, perch and stuff like
walleye.
Can anybody here keep a garden going?
Yes.
There are some things I can.
Not a legal one, but
I do very poorly with under the ground things. Can't grow carrots, can't grow potatoes, can't grow onions.
You can't grow potatoes, you fucking dig a hole.
Swear to God.
Cut a potato in pieces and drop it in
I
and bury it.
am not kidding you. I am not kidding you. I don't know why. In my life, I have never. I mean, they'll be like, size of a quarter, size of a marble, whatever. Like that's a potato. But when you think about those, like, the russets or the,
It depends on what kind of potato you're doing.
Well, yeah, and I've never had any luck. Anything on a vine, which I feel like isn't even worth saying because vined plants, they do all the work themselves, like whatever. But vine stuff, grow the shit out of them.
Every year I plan to start a garden and I don't get around to it, but I do like herbs on my windowsill, like like rosemary and mint and
Mint,
chives.
I like to keep spearmint around.
Yeah, me too.
The dead hockey coach?
Yeah.
What?
I have no idea.
Is he food?
If I don't say like 17 things that don't make any sense, is it really a podcast?
That's why you're here.
No,
That's why I'm here.
That's it.
So, do you remember the first thing you ever grew?
Me?
Yeah,
Plant-wise,
plant-wise.
Tomatoes.
First
I think.
thing?
Yeah.
tomatoes are pretty easy.
Mine was lima beans. Third grade, they gave us lima bean seed. Well, I guess they gave us lima beans and we planted them.
Yeah.
Ours were celery. We grew celery in second or third grade. It was an experiment because the water content in celery is so high that once it gets to a certain thing, you start feeding it water with food coloring in it, and you can change the color of the celery stalks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we had blue and purple and red and.
Now that that's on tape now, it's gonna get out there and you're gonna see it in the grocery stores.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah.
People listen to this.
Yeah, I bet.
Who? You? Me?
I do.
Dave cannot.
I listen
Oh,
every
there
hour.
Have you heard that supposedly celery has a negative calorie because it's
yes.
so hard for your body to
Yeah.
digest
Yeah,
it?
it takes more energy for your body to digest
But
it.
it's fibrous, so
Right.
it helps you eliminate.
Yeah.
I don't like celery. I don't like celery by itself.
I like
Peanut
the
butter.
flavor of
It
celery,
helps me
but I
eat
don't like the
peanut butter,
texture
yeah.
of
That's
it.
about it.
Like
Yeah.
it's too
I don't like
stringy.
peanut butter.
Yeah.
What?
But the flavor's good because it's like very fresh tasting.
Yeah, see, I like it in things. You put it in a
Yeah.
nice stew, or I'll eat it in a salad. Like,
There's
I'll-
nothing better than refreshing.
yeah,
I like refreshing.
yeah. I tend to like the
Oranges.
fatty, greasy foods
Yeah,
a
all
lot too.
citrusy.
I put celery in my chili.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's great. It's a great ingredient, but as a food,
I agree.
It's what you eat when you're trying to impress a lady that you're like, look at this, I'm dieting. Check it out. And
You know, when I was raising
stalk of celery.
rabbits, it was like one thing you don't give them. They'll eat
Yes,
it.
no, don't do that.
They'll eat it. They love it.
It does nothing
bad.
for them.
It's bad for them because it'll fill them up.
but there's no nutrition in it.
And then there's something they get. I forget what it's called. It's kind of like foundering or whatever it's called. Like horses eat too much clover. Kind of like that. It
Right.
gives them gas and stuff. Just weird.
Do you raised rabbits for food?
Yeah, you had pets.
I had
2 of them?
5.
5. I remember 2.
5 pet rabbits.
Not on purpose.
Oh boy.
Depends on who you're asking. The rabbits, I mean.
Oh yeah, they're like, no, we'll make more. What, you want more? Sure, all right.
Alright, here's my meme. There's gotta be one.
Every time.
Yeah,
Every time.
There's 2 rabbits at the bottom of the hole. And they're like, oh no, we're gonna die down here. And he's behind her. With love, anything's possible. There's a mountain of baby bunnies in the next scene.
That's ridiculous. Well, yeah, bunnies and or rabbits and like rats. They only need I think a rat only has to be like 6 weeks old before it can have babies again. Same with rabbits. Like they're super young.
Yeah.
And
Nature wasn't paying attention on that one.
no,
Not at
man,
all.
no. I mean, I guess if you think about it, anything,
Nature wants holes everywhere.
right? Just holes are good.
It's good for drainage.
Everything eats rats and everything eats rabbits. So like
Yeah.
it makes sense,
true.
I guess. But
Do you know, if like in the springtime, middle of summer, if you see a lot of rabbits around, you give it a year, 2 years, fox population and coyote population boom.
oh yeah,
And rabbit population will drop, and they'll cycle.
and then they switch.
Every few years they cycle.
Once
So
there's
that brings up a question. I'm going to swing back to deer.
Would
for a
you eat
second.
dog? No.
Would
I
you
would
eat
eat-
dog?
I would eat dog.
If they fed it to me, didn't tell me what it was.
I wouldn't.
you would have to not. You couldn't know it was dog.
Okay,
Eat it?
they feed it to me. They're like, here's some meat. I'm like, this isn't bad. They're like, it's dog. I'd be like, all right.
It still wasn't bad.
Oh, see.
I won't eat anything that eats red meat. Like I'll eat fish. They eat other fish.
Mhm.
I won't eat a carnivore, a land carnivore.
Really?
Yeah.
You've never had bear?
I won't. I mean, I would try berry jerky. I would eat it, but they don't just eat meat. They eat berries.
Well, yeah, they're
plants.
omnivores,
Yeah,
But
I don't think they
I
eat
am-
meat as much as they eat other
why?
stuff.
What's the reasoning behind that? Is it just like a tick type thing?
I'm
or-
sure it would be a lot less healthy for you. I mean, that's
Yeah.
probably not
Oh,
your
yeah, you're
reasoning,
making a mess
but
of things,
you
yeah.
know,
No, that
'cause,
is. We're not supposed to eat
like the,
other meat eaters. It's
right.
just-
Like
Huh.
the cows are getting the nutrients right from the source, and we're getting like a secondary source when we eat the cow.
And
Wouldn't that
you
make
taste-
it like super meat though?
No,
Like,
and you taste like what you eat.
oh,
But
good thing
you
I
know
like.
what?
Good thing I like sweet pies.
Fuck you, nature. I'm eating a bear.
Yeah. And
And then you'll taste like bear.
I've had
Great.
bear. The one that gets me is like the reason why, as a society, we don't eat horses.
And some
You
do,
were
like
allowed.
in Sweden, they eat horses.
Yeah, that's
You're-
what I'm saying.
So
You
it's
are legally
interesting.
allowed in Pennsylvania, as far as I know, as long as you butcher it yourself.
Yeah, well, that's it. It goes back to a religious thing. It says in the Bible somewhere that your man is not supposed to eat
Oh, we're not
something
supposed
that
to eat pig.
Well, it
that
also
doesn't have a
says in the
split
Bible-
roof.
unclean man.
It says in
unclean
the Bible
animals.
you're not supposed to eat shrimp or like
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
bottom dwellers.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to wear fucking
But
clothing
I
in two
like
different.
shrimp, Bible. Come
Yeah.
on.
Oh yeah. Shrimps are delicious.
Meanwhile,
that's-
Jesus is turning water into wine, getting everybody drunk. So
Yeah,
I mean,
man. Which everybody's shit faced drunk like.
You ever have shrimp when you're drunk, Jesus? Do you know what you're doing to
Yeah.
us right
no,
now?
no, guys, I'm okay to drive home. This is just water. All right, Jesus.
Yeah. Huh.
You sleep on the couch, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
I have always thought it's really interesting though, the animals that people find acceptable to eat and the ones that are not. It's like
Where's
how
the
do they
line at? I
decide?
mean,
That billboard, it's like, where's the line? And it's got dogs and cats, and then like on the other side of that, it's like rabbits. Rabbits are food.
Yeah.
Yeah, rabbits come before that, I think.
Yeah, I think rabbits are like after pigs, before
Yeah,
dogs.
I just
fucking
don't.
cat.
I don't understand. Like,
Would you eat a cat?
I'd eat cat. I'd eat dog.
I
I'd eat a
wouldn't eat
horse. Cook it, man. Cook it.
Ugh.
Put some onions on it.
Probably
Like, I
string.
don't.
I think that's
absolutely
that's
don't care.
where if you I've seen those gross PETA videos where they're killing animals, and I still eat those animals.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't stop me. But if you show me somebody killing a cat, I can't.
Oh, did you
That would
watch?
be too
Did you
much.
watch the thing about Wuhan, the Wuhan market?
Is-
I'll see if I can find that video. There's somebody does a tour of the Wuhan market. It's the right video. You got to. There's a song that they play during it, but when I see it, I'll know because they fucking go through this market and there's fucking snakes laying there. There's flies all over them. You got dogs in cages. They're burning hair off dogs over here.
Oh, my.
Jeez. No, I don't want to be. I don't want, and even like the acceptable, the cows and the pigs and the shit back. I don't want to have any part of the killing part of it. Like, no, I don't want. But like, you give me some meat that's processed, ready for me to put into a pan, I'll eat it.
Well, that's what's nice about like the United States. I mean, I don't know how much it's enforced, but the USDA, like the miners up here, they electrocute their pigs.
Mhm.
They're dead.
Yeah.
They shoot their cows. They're dead.
Yeah.
You know, it's real quick. It's clean.
Right, as humane as possible.
And, I mean,
I'm definitely.
And I've watched Bob butcher a few dozen cows, and he'll do it, and they're in the cooler within a half hour tops.
Well, this wouldn't be a Johnsequitur if I didn't bring up Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh my god, these fucking movies, man.
Bro, just
why do I always... I don't know why.
Oh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Friends.
Yeah, so in that movie they used to actually hit the cows on the heads with hammers, but they eventually went to a bolt
gun.
Which I guess is supposed to be more humane. I don't know.
I know I looked at those when I was doing rabbits, and it was they're looked at to be humane, but snapping their necks or shooting. You guys want to hear about that? Can I tell a story?
Go for it.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
only if it's like 9-10 minutes long.
It's not that long.
No.
So when I first had my first litter of kits that I was going to butcher, I bought some from the Amish to do a practice run to make sure I could do it. You know, I'm not attached to these. We did it with a T-ball bat. The shoulders, like right above the shoulders, snap her neck. Swing down, snap her neck. Right. We did that. It bruised a lot of the meat on the shoulder blades. It worked though.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, this is my method now, but I don't want to swing a bat and ruin a bunch of meat. That defeats purpose. So I decided to go with a choke chain for a dog on a rope on my rafter in my garage. So I had my first litter of kits that I was doing. There's 15 of them.
Okay.
And snap, snap, snap. You know, you hold them by their back feet, you cradle them, and you're petting them. You slip around their neck. It's real loose on there.
Right.
Slip around their neck, and then you kind of lower it down until it's tight. Patting them, and then real quick, just yanked out.
Right, jerk.
Snaps their neck. They have no fucking clue, right?
Right.
Had one slip out.
Oh, jeez.
So it's fucking. I'm holding it by its back feet. It's crawling over my garage
floor. Oh, and now
floor.
it knows it's coming.
There's a hammer right here on my workbench.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
All I could do.
Oh man.
It was like damn near paralyzed, except its front feet. Trying to get away, squealing.
Oh god.
So I got a 22 after that, and that's how.
Yeah, it's hard to mess that up.
I've never killed anything in my life, but I feel like it would be so hard, especially ones that you raise yourself.
That was rough.
Oh.
There's a Simpsons where he has a lobster that he got from the seafood place, and he's raising it to be as big as he can so he can cook it for everybody. He takes it on walks to the ocean, and then it's finally time for him to cook it, and he's looking at it, he's like, I can't do it. So he cooks everybody cabbage, and he keeps it as a pet. One day he's out walking, and he gets it real dirty, so Marge is like, what's that smell?
Sorry, Marge. Pinchy got all dirty in the yard chasing birds. But don't worry, I put him in a nice hot bath.
Hey, what smells so good?
Yeah. Pinchy? Pinchy? Oh, Pinchy!
Jeez.
Yeah, so the most humane way that everybody in the Facebook pages told me was the choke chain.
Yeah.
Didn't turn out to be.
If it works, if they don't get loose.
Yeah, so 1 out of 15. I guess it's not terrible.
Yeah, that's...
I was just talking to this girl that I work with that has a farm, and she says that they like name their animals and everything, and it's like I feel like that would be so hard. They would get so attached to them, and then they butcher them. And
we had skunk was our buck, and then we had Lohan, and then we had Mama and G-Ma. Those were our breeder rabbits. The other ones did not have names.
The food ones.
The food ones did not have names. The babies.
Huh. Yeah.
So, I've killed 3 deer. That's the 3 animals in my life. Besides the fish that I overfed or let die.
Underfed or
something.
One or
didn't
the other.
care about. Watched it get stuck in a filter once. And,
yeah.
But the 3 deer that I killed, 2 of them they dropped. And that's weird because I'm not a good shot. But I was. And the 3rd one was a case of me not being a good shot. Because I shot it in the ass. And it went down. And it sat there and looked at me with that face, like, you fucking
right.
Really?
Take your time, bro.
Yeah.
Take your time,
so
bro.
This is making me out to be a real... But
You gave it a pile of grass and said, you're fine.
Yeah, I just said, you're
Walk
free.
it off,
You're
man.
back to hell.
Walk it
I went
off.
up
Go home to your family.
I was in West Virginia, and I went up to the other West Virginians, and I'm like, there's a dead... I can't do it. And one guy was like, oh, Jesus Christ. So he goes down, and him and my dad are talking, and my dad's like, you just got to shoot it. I'm like, I can't look at it in the face and shoot it. I can't do... This other dude's just like, I fucking got it. Bam!
Yeah.
That's one of those things you just gotta do it.
I know. I can't do
the
that.
The rabbits, I throw them in a box and
Yeah.
put a pile of hay on the ground, and they're sitting there nibbling on the hay. You aim behind the ears, through the mouth. And
Yeah. Pap.
Done.
Yep, quick.
Hang them upside down, let it drain out. And
Yep.
we did the last ones we did. I had 10 of them. And Brian, Shane's cousin over there, Brian and I did them. I think we did all 10 of them in less than a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
Skinned it in bags.
Yep, skin it. I trapped when I was younger, and they don't call it. You can't call it killing the animal when you go trapping. You don't kill the animal.
Dispatch.
You dispatch the animal.
Yes.
So that's a big thing there. But as far as skinning them out, I mean a raccoon
they say
or
dispatch because killing bothers them.
yeah, that's what it is.
I went
They're
with my
trying
dad
to
on.
appease somebody.
Do you remember the bow basher?
No.
When you were skating in the garage, they never showed you the bow basher.
I wish.
Oh my. So yeah, he talked about dispatching a lot because he would trap, and he had this club that he designed himself that he called the bow basher that he would take out and just
He
club
designed
him
the club
once.
himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just the kind of guy he is.
There was these.
Might as well.
You go to trapping shows and stuff, and there's these like, it's this weird like spring hammer. It has 2 arms on it. That way, like, you're not trying to, like, cause you just try and hit with one thing, it could slip off one way. But there's 2 arms, and there's this weird like spike on a spring, and when you throw it, the spring goes down and it to do it. But it like a 22,
Kind of like a bolt gun.
but it's not. You don't have to reload it. It's like
Right.
a manual. And I don't know. I was just 22 short works perfectly fine.
Yep, 22 CB short.
Yep. You only put one hole in the pelt, and that's it.
That's
the end of it.
the other thing. When you're trapping, you don't want to put a hole in it.
No,
So
absolutely.
a
not.
lot of guys drown them.
Yep, there are drown
That's the thing.
sets. There are, yeah.
What if this is an
God, he's
awesome
such a
show
horrible
about?
way
Is everybody still wants some meat?
Yeah,
How's
man.
meat sounding about now?
That's another thing, man. Like, people like, oh, you talk about all this gross stuff. Like, oh, I'm not even hungry. Like, that's just a concept that I've never understood.
Yeah.
Like, I have been out eating a burrito, like, while actively skinning animals out. Like,
I need another
switch your
story from
gloves or
Liquid
whatever.
Thunder.
Another story.
The chicken fucking with you.
Oh, yeah. That was Fred.
That's a food story.
Yeah, Fred. Yeah, he became food. He became a pie. We got these. My dad, for whatever reason, was like, "We're gonna get chickens to teach you responsibility." I'm like, all right. I don't want
Odd
chickens.
choice.
Yeah, I'm like, well, yeah, you gotta feed them, you gotta clean about them, and this, that, and the other, and you collect the eggs, and yada yada. It's a whole fucking process. That he wanted the eggs and the meat, didn't want to do any of the work for it. So he's like, "Oh, you 2 kids."
That's
will do it."
why you have kids.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah. So we got a dozen chickens, and they always send you an extra rooster because there's only one of them, right? So we have 11 hens, 2 roosters, and the big king dick was Fred. Great big tall. They were black chickens. I don't remember what because there's like a billion.
Oh, so that's why they're big.
There were types of chickens, yeah.
Big black cocks.
Big black cocks. So Fred was the he's a big fucking big guy, and Fred was the like learning disabled cousin. So one day Fred gets hit by a car. There goes Fred. He's dead. Well, the other Fred, the Fred, the little slow one, he's like, oh my god, I'm king of the roost now. And you go out into the yard, and he'd flog is the word. I've learned this. Flog. He'd come up and flog you. He'd hit you with his wings, and he'd scratch you with his claws.
Flogging Johnny, my favorite.
Just tear you up. I'm like, this fucking chicken. Well, I'm out there the one day, and I went out, and I knew I was on my way out. I'm like, I should put some jeans on, because I know that chicken's out there. But I had cargo shorts on. I'm like, you know what? It's a chicken. I'm like 240 pounds. I can handle that chicken. Go out there, and he cuts me. He gets me in the leg bad. It's a, like 5-6 inch cut on my leg, and I'm bleeding like hell. I said, you know what? We lived right next to my grandma. I said, you know what? I'm done with this. I go over to my grandma's, and I bang on the door. I said, Grandma, I need my 22 is over there. I said, Grandma, I need my 22. She goes, why? My grandma's a little lady. She's like, no joke, 4'5", 4'6". We like right now she's 90 something now, but she weighs in at like 92 pounds, 93 pounds.
A little bigger than me then.
A little bit bigger than you.
Okay.
So I knock on the door. I said, Grandma, I need that 22. She goes, why? I said, I'm gonna go kill that chicken. I'm tired. I'm bleeding. I'm tired of it. And she looks at me. She gives me that like, just out the door she goes. I'm like, Grandma, that chicken's gonna get you. Like, he's gonna jump up. He's gonna do his business. And he's gonna get you. And she just kind of beeline right to this chicken. He's kind of milling about it, and he sees her. And now they're like, here they come.
Oh my God, Mortal Kombat music.
Oh, seriously, like no joke. Like as soon as they saw each other, here he goes. That chicken jumps in the air to do his business. My grandma reaches out of the air, grabs this chicken, and goes. There goes his head. There's the head. There's the body. The body takes off. There's blood everywhere. There's blood all over her arm. And she looks at me, and she's just like, she just looks at me and shakes her head. I'm like, oh, my grandma's a serial killer. she's a psychopath,
She
man.
went in and took a nap.
Let me go wash this chicken blood off me, and you deal with that chicken. That's your part. I'm like, oh my goodness. No, I'd have shot it, man. But no, she's from the era where you don't waste the bullet. It's too expensive. Don't waste the bullet. I'm like, Grandma, I'll buy you the bullet. Quit ripping chickens' heads off.
Somebody told me they call it a shot at the bar because it used to be you would trade a bullet in for a shot of whiskey.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Never heard.
No,
I don't know if it's true or not.
sounds like it could be.
I think I saw it on a dough, so probably not
So,
true.
yeah. Huh. Crazy.
I'm just gonna verify it as fact right now.
It's
You heard it
fine.
first here, guys.
It was at his friends too that I saw.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh, good.
A shot in the dark.
Shot in the
That
dark.
was the
Yeah,
name
it
of
was
the
shot in the
episode.
dark. Yeah. Huh.
I just took a stab in the dark there.
So, this is supposed to be about food, huh?
We've
Well,
talked about
this
food
is
the
how
whole
it
time.
works.
Yeah.
This is how it always
What is
works.
this?
Yeah.
We
So-
talked about food the whole time.
You can eat all of these things. That is true.
Yeah.
It is still food.
Yeah, that is true. Favorite thing to cook?
Curry.
Curry. Okay, I like curry. I don't know that I've ever cooked curry, but I've eaten a
I
pile
like
of
cooking
it.
curry. I mean, like, it's a fairly easy thing to cook because you put everything in a big pot or
Okay.
pan. And, I mean, it's, like, fairly healthy.
Right.
I've never made, like, a meat curry. I've always made, like, vegetarian curries, like chickpeas and potatoes and pumpkin curry and
Okay.
different things like that.
Okay, right on.
And plus, it's easy to, like, have for later, too. You can, like, make it in small portions and then put it
Portion
in
it
the
out
freezer
type deal.
and
Okay,
then get it
okay.
out for meals later.
Right on. How about you, Jay?
Smoked steak.
Smoke, you did say
I
that.
love it, man.
It's
Fucking
his favorite food and
smoke,
favorite
smoke
thing.
it for a half hour. Throw it on the grill. Charcoal grill.
Charcoal grill, I was
Sear it
gonna
on there,
say.
500 degrees.
I'm gonna cut smoked steak and isolate it and use it on and go. Not just this episode. Lots of
Smoked
episodes.
steak.
Just smoked steak. Smoked steak.
Everything.
Wait, anytime you have to, that's the best thing. That right there is the best of whatever it is. Smoked steak. Smoked steak. There you go. It's a good soundbite. It's a good soundbite. What about you?
Chili.
Chili.
I love mixing it up. Different kinds.
Yeah?
Different meats, different beans, different vegetables.
Made
all of
rabbit
it.
chili once.
How was it?
It was in a competition,
Okay.
and I didn't get any.
Oh, well, people
But it
suck.
was good. But I think people knew it was rabbit. Nobody
Yeah.
tried it.
Huh. Huh.
Pussies.
Yeah. How many different meals do you feel confident cooking? Like your go-to meals, right?
There's
Like-
not that many that I don't. I have a problem. Baking is where I have a problem.
Okay. Yeah, it's a whole
I'm
other
bad
skill
at
set.
bread. I'm
Okay.
bad at cakes.
Okay.
It's
Shit
hard
like
if
that.
you don't know your oven.
Uh-huh.
That's a big thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. Because they're all a little different.
Yeah.
Huh.
But outside of that, I can cook just about any. Like,
So you can cook?
I can cook. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty good
Can you
at
cook?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You don't
Can
get
you
to
cook?
be 260 pounds and not know how to cook.
I can cook smoked steak.
Smoked steak. Huh. Right on. Fish. I'm not a huge. I don't. I'm getting better at it. We've been getting this Hello Fresh, and they're not pre-made. Like you have to actively cook all of it, but they send you like all to make this meal. Here are all the ingredients.
Pre-prepped.
Pre-prepped. Right. So we had barramundi, some type of fish. It was good. I made it. I've made salmon. I've done not very successfully. Like catfish, like a fish fry type thing with catfish.
Love catfish.
Yeah.
Cast iron skillet.
Yeah.
That makes
Okay.
catfish good.
Yeah.
Salmon is definitely the fish that we do. We do like bacon a
Mhm.
lot.
Salmon's hard.
Yeah.
Skin side down till it's crispy, and then you flip it, and the skin
Yeah.
always sticks.
Yeah.
When last time we did it, the fish I got wasn't descaled.
Oh.
So I went to slip the skin, because you do that to get it to
Right.
cook evenly, and the scales. Scale it.
You're not supposed to eat the skin, right?
You are.
You can
You
eat the
are?
skin, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
they even have like salmon skin sushi. Like it's just
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna
Oh,
say
I
because
love
like
sushi.
we made
Me
that
too.
that barramundi, and I was like, Julia was like, "You supposed to eat the skin?" I'm like, "I'm glue."
Favorite Chinese food?
wontons.
The crab rangoon, rangoon.
Crab
I have to go
raccoons.
with that. I love crab rangoons.
Oh yeah, man, those things are so good.
I like chicken and broccoli.
Chicken and broccoli. I like and I like that there are like there's two different kinds of the rangoons. You have the oh yeah. If you go to like what's the plate?
Cream
Bobo's?
cheese, crab, and a wonton, isn't it?
No. The shell in green. Okay, so they have the big shell and the little shell. Okay, the big shell is like it's a thicker like chip almost.
I need to go back to China. I'm
and
not sure.
yeah, you're all messed up, man. We can't now. It's all closed now.
Those are really easy to make at home too.
Mhm.
Super easy.
Yep.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. For sure.
You
Put a
don't need
little
one of them
bacon
fucking
in.
crazy basket steamer tower things?
No. But yeah, you put shrimp in it and bacon, and I mean I like them with the crab in there. It's not real crab; it's imitation crab,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sure.
which
But
is
yeah, it tastes the same.
crab delight.
But you can. I've had them with bacon in them. I've had them with shrimp in them. I've had them with
I changed my mind. Pot stickers.
oh, those like the pierogi kind of things.
No. Yes. More of a ravioli.
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of like a dumpling.
Yeah, dumpling.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Dumpling. Okay,
Dumpling.
which is like a Chinese pierogi, right?
I guess.
You
More
could
of a,
call it
it's
that.
more of like an Italian pierogi.
Okay. Oh yeah, they say that, right? It's-
Listeners, if you could have saw that look.
Yeah. Huh. My mom always fancied herself Italian growing up. All Italian cuisine, this, that, and the other. Come to find out, we're like nothing. We are. There is Italian. My sister got that DNA thing done. We're a little bit Italian, but not as much. She's like, oh, singing the songs, and I guess I know a couple like Italian opera songs, and like I'm a fan of Frank Sinatra and you know that kind of stuff. Like now, but come to find out, we're not as Italian as she thought.
And my brother found out that we were like 0.5% Irish. So now every St. Patrick's Day, he's all
I'm
fucking about
Irish.
it. I'm like, no, dude, no.
No, yeah, that's what I'm
I'm like-
saying. Like, no.
I think
I'm
I'm
like-
like 12% Irish.
I'm like 25% Jew, like Jewish.
I'm mostly
Did-em.
Scandinavian. Like I have a lot of Swedish and a lot of Norwegian.
Okay, right on. Yep.
Favorite vegetable?
Okay. Because I would say potato, but if we're, I mean,
Right.
I feel like, does that even count? Because it's like a starch. I
It's
mean,
a
it,
one-
still
it would
is.
be a-
Favorite
root,
green or leafy vegetable?
Green or leafy. I like spinach a lot.
Okay.
Or broccoli.
I would have
Ooh,
to.
or asparagus. Sorry.
My
Yes,
grandma,
yeah.
I love it.
grandma has asparagus growing right in her yard.
You get asparagus
Oh, my
raw,
goodness.
asparagus cooked.
Yeah,
Don't matter.
don't matter. Pickled
Aluminum
asparagus.
foil,
Yeah.
tilapia, butter, lemon, asparagus,
Yep.
foil pack,
Garlic
in the oven.
Yep. Butter, salt. Mm-hmm. Anymore, I am a big fan of zucchini. Zucchini is one of those.
Zucchini.
It goes with everything. I make this
It gets slimy.
zucchini flatbread pizza.
It gets slimy.
Oh my goodness, it's so good.
Last episode, we should have brought up fried green tomatoes. I don't know if we
I love
did.
fried green.
Fried
tomatoes.
Great
tomatoes
movie.
are delicious.
Also,
Great
great food.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
We had them in Tennessee. First time having them.
Uh-huh.
Phenomenal.
They are so
Right.
good.
Okay.
So this little factoid grosses a lot of people out about me.
You
But I,
eat boogers. We knew.
yes, that's my
Yeah.
favorite green.
Yeah.
Also leafy sometimes.
Yeah, it's my favorite brownish.
But
Mine
I
always
actually-
red, but I eat them a lot.
love raw onions.
Yeah,
I
man.
love raw onions.
Yeah,
Really?
I
I
like
do.
the raw red onions. I'm not a huge fan of raw white. I'll
I agree.
eat it.
You know those
Like,
green
white
ones
onions
that
are
you can
fine
like
cooked.
the
Oh,
real
hell
thick-
yeah.
Oh my god.
You mean
Hell
scallions?
yeah. No,
Scallions?
Yeah, those
no.
are so good.
He means green onions.
Yeah,
They're-
just
they're
the
a
long
stick.
thin green onions.
The
Yeah.
stick
Green
with the leaves
onions
at the
and
top.
scallions are
That's a
like
scallion.
the same thing.
No.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure that's a scallion.
Yeah, green onions and scallions are the
they?
same.
Yeah, I'm like
Maybe you're thinking of like chives being different. Chives are like
That's
the
the
what
smaller
I-
grass,
that's
the
what I was
grassy
thinking
kind
of,
of thing.
chives.
Mike has chives growing right in his
Right.
backyard.
Or leeks.
That's what
Yeah.
they were called those as a kid, and I could never
Because you can
remember what
find
they
leeks
were.
around
Yeah.
here by swamps.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, a little bit of salt. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually do like red onions too. Just eat
Yeah.
them.
I like raw red onions. Yeah, those are
Like a
good.
potato.
Is this what you're talking
Or
about?
I mean like an apple.
What?
I mean, I eat potatoes like apples.
I know
it,
always
but I'm like,
forget-
wait a minute.
I always
Maybe not.
forget
Which
people
one?
wanna do
Which
that.
one are you talking about? That one or that one? Because those are different.
The right.
The right. Okay. So yeah, that is a scallion. This other one is a spring onion.
Oh.
But yeah, that is a scallion. Yeah.
I didn't know that's what they were called.
Scallions. Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
I
because
learned
like
something new about
from
myself,
size wise, like the smallest thing that tastes like an onion is chives.
Chives.
And then it's scallions, and then it's spring onions, and then regular onions.
Spring onion is a leek, I'm guessing.
It is no.
Because-
It looked. I'm telling you, it looks like a scallion that just like fat bottom girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
like,
a leek.
That's
I'm
a,
so glad somebody else is calling it that. For like the entirety of my life, when I was a little kid, when I was around my drunk ass granddad,
Yeah, he'd go take a leak.
He'd go-
and he'd come back with an onion.
he'd be like, "Eat this leek," and I grew up thinking, oh, he was drunk. He just made up words.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
never
no.
know what it was I was eating.
Yep. Yep.
All right,
Potato leek soup is good.
I want John host John
Host John.
to tell everybody how he cooks spinach.
Oh boy.
So you get a can of spinach.
A can of spinach.
That's where
That's
everybody right
already,
away.
like,
Everybody's
no.
out.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, I'm not.
It gets better.
Yeah.
Somehow it gets better.
Oh,
it
boy.
does. I mean, it doesn't taste better for everybody.
No.
Then you put it in a bowl
Uh-huh.
and you put some vinegar in it.
Oh, I effing knew that was coming.
It's better.
Oh.
What's coming?
Then you slap that sucker in the microwave for 2 minutes.
Oh. I just had like,
Remember earlier when he said he could cook?
I just had like a little sour burp in my mouth when you said that.
When I say I can cook, what I mean is I cook food that I like and no one else likes. No one else will eat.
Oh, God.
But,
And he's sitting there waiting for the microwave to finish, and he's eating
A raw
onion.
Okay, yeah, we should have had that
He
talk
puts
first.
sriracha on it.
Yeah,
but,
you know, a little salt. Jeez, a meal I make a lot. Not a lot. I used to make a lot when I was single, but this meal, it'll hang out in the fridge for a while. It's super easy and it's super good. Everybody like kielbasa?
No. The sausage gets old.
You don't like food.
Eating sausage,
why are you here?
Why are you here?
The taste gets old, though.
I'm not a giant fan of sausage. I like the crumbly sausage on
It's too
pizza.
potent.
Kielbasa.
You eat it and you're
kielbasa. No, not sausage.
Right, yeah.
Kielbasa.
It is sausage.
So when you
It's like a
let me
type of
just
sausage,
stop right
right?
here for a
It
second.
is sausage.
When you
No.
eat food, are you pretty excited? As opposed to
No,
when
the
you eat
dude,
sausage?
the dude only
Steak.
weighs 19 pounds. No way.
I'm way more than 19. I'm like 37.
Jeez, oh man. Anywho, kielbasa,
It's fine.
Gets old.
right? You all suck.
Bossy and sauerkraut's good.
So this is kind of like you have all the same
Sauerkraut
parts as
cuts
this.
it
Okay,
out, though.
you take cabbage, and you like
That's sauerkraut.
it's raw cabbage. Okay,
Yeah.
kielbasa, you cut it into links like 2-3 inches long, enough for like I like 2 of them in a bowl.
Dude, that's at least 5 inches, maybe 7.
Well, yeah, it depends on how late in the night it is. So there you go, about that big. You put them all on the bottom. You do like the potatoes. I like the little red potatoes. Like quarter them. You do a layer of kielbasa, a layer of potatoes, cabbage, or I'm sorry, kielbasa, potatoes, carrots, layer of cabbage, a shitload of pepper. You don't need any salt because the kielbasa itself is pretty salty. Put like an onion or 2 in there, scoop of garlic, and fill it up with water. Not all the way, because a lot of the water in the cabbage will cook out. You'll end up making a huge mess. I usually do like that makes I have like a 10-quart pot, right? Kielbasa, potatoes, carrots, onions, cabbage, pepper. Fill it up to like the top, your middle knuckle there. Fill the water up to about there. Cap, you cook it for like an hour, hour and a half. Let it boil. We've always just called it boiled dinner. That's all anyone in my family's ever called it. But it will hang out in the fridge for like a week, and it's still just as good. It's like kind of like same idea as chili. Like the longer it sits, the better it gets, type deal. And I'm telling you, it's super quick, and the whole thing costs like the most expensive part is the kielbasa. You get the Erkshire, Eckrich, yeah, whatever the brand is.
Green label, yellow background.
Yeah, Eckrich.
Yeah, I think it's right.
I get the big one of those. It's like,
Enrich.
whatever.
Something.
Yeah. But that's
They're
the
not
most
paying us
expensive
to
part.
say
It's like $15. You can make basically a 10-quart pot of soup for like $15.
Ham and pineapple pizza.
Yes.
In favor.
Yes. Here.
I like pineapple and peppers, hot peppers, not ham.
Ooh, banana peppers.
Yeah,
See, I could
The sweet
do.
sweet and hot.
It
I
goes
could listen.
good.
I could do pineapples,
Ooh,
hot
pineapple and
peppers,
sausage.
and bacon.
Bacon would be good.
If you had to cut the ham out, you better throw bacon on that.
You
We're
gotta
gonna
have a
fight.
pig.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Gotta be pig on there.
Absolutely. It's Hawaiian, right?
I never actually
does that
had
mean
pineapple
something?
on pizza. Because I
Really?
wouldn't order it myself because I don't really feel like I would like it. But if somebody else had it, I would try it.
Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
I
and
can't
see.
eat more than like 1 or 2 slices of it.
I
1 or
literally.
2 is good though.
And I
You've
don't
never
really
been
like
drunk and had
ham,
a
so I
pineapple
wouldn't
pizza
want.
in front of you.
If I'm drunk, I don't care what the food is.
Exactly.
I try to eat ham here.
Yeah, you
it all end
just
up on
spill
the
it on the
carpet.
floor.
Yeah, here's some of it here. Huh?
It just seems like such a weird combination to be like pineapple and sauce and cheese.
It's. I'm telling you,
but-
it's
It's
so
amazing.
good. There's
People
such
that-
like a crescendo
the
of
people
flavors in
saying
your
it's
mouth.
not
It's
are haters.
fantastic. Yeah.
They probably haven't even eaten it. To be
That's
honest.
that's the one that kills
They
me.
peaked in middle school. Fuck them.
That's the one. Those are the ones that kill me. Oh, I'm pineapple pizza. Oh, I'd never eat that. It's so gross. Have you had it? No. shut your pizza hole, man.
Right.
Like, oh, that drives me nuts. If there's one thing I can say about myself, and Julia too, actually, I have a funny anecdote about her too. Well, I'll try new things. Like, absolutely, I will try new foods. I might not like it. I was brought, even if you don't like it. If it's something you might not like, get a little bit. Because if I put it on my plate, if you put it on my plate, if I put it on my plate, I'm gonna eat all of it. Okay, even if I don't like it, I'll finish it. I'll just get a smaller amount of it. But oh yeah, you gotta try new things. Gotta try new things. It drives me nuts when people are like,
I love to try new things.
oh yeah, I'm telling you, pineapple pizza,
Yeah.
a little shot
Maybe
of hot
I'll
sauce.
like put like on a quarter of my pizza.
Yeah,
or
oh
something.
yeah. I'm telling you, it's good. You have to get, if you're gonna do, like, I feel like the traditional way they make pineapple pizza is ham and pineapple.
Right.
But if you like the peppers, get the peppers. Always get bacon.
Gotta try it.
Always get bacon. Like, I don't care. Bacon, is there anything you can think of that isn't better with bacon, other than like a dessert?
Actually, I've had chocolate covered bacon.
Yeah?
I feel like you expect me to say this, but not a huge fan of bacon.
You're
That's
gonna get
kinda where I am.
stabbed with a
gets,
what?
It's I don't know. I love jerky. I don't know where the craze of bacon comes from.
Seriously.
It's fine. It's just fine.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
picky
meat.
about bacon. Like,
I like
only
it better
like
than
if it's
breakfast
really
sausage.
crispy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like chewy bacon. I like it to be crispy.
Yeah, it has to
Yeah.
be done right too.
In the oven.
Yeah.
Oven bacon's
Huh.
the best. Frank's Red Hot or Tabasco sauce?
Frank's Red Hot.
You put that shit on everything?
Depends on what I'm
I mean,
eating.
not on everything,
I know,
but
that's
I
what-
like
that's
it.
what's like.
Depends on what I'm eating. I have breakfast every morning. I have 4 eggs, 2 pieces of toast with Frank's Red Hot and mustard. Frank's mustard, Frank's Red Hot. That's breakfast every morning for me. Frank's.
French's. Mustard?
I think it's Frank's. Maybe it is French's. My bad. I don't know. You know better
God, you're
than me.
misleading the
Did you
audience.
not take any notes?
No, I wrote them down like 2 minutes ago. But like if I'm having chili, something like saucy, I'm Tabasco all the way. Or if you like ever get the wild hair to have vodka with something spicy in it, Tabasco.
My buddy old bread.
Yeah.
I'm Red Hot because that's what that's what he eats. That's what I have in the apartment.
Yeah,
so.
Julie's a Red Hots fan.
I don't like sriracha. personally.
Sriracha's okay.
It's just like straight heat.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of flavor to it.
I don't
And
like
it became like a big thing.
It's good in if you ever get like I like it in you go to a Chinese place and you get like the dumpling soup.
Egg drops.
Put a big hunk of sriracha in that and mix it around. Ooh, baby.
I just thought about how I'm going to describe this episode. I need to cut it. I'm just going to put that all 4 of us are trapped on an island with no food, and that's what's going on right now. Because that's literally what it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys remember food? Hey, you want a sandwich?
I want to buy you a fish
Let's-
sandwich.
So we got sand.
So, Julia, we were on a cruise one time. It was actually for our honeymoon. We were in Jamaica, and everyone I don't know if you've ever been on a cruise, okay? All the people that work on cruise ships are never American, right? So we had this Russian lady who was our waitress, and no joke, she was every bit of 7 foot tall, 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", whatever, like just this huge fucking lady. And Julia, we're sitting there. It was captain's dinner, so you got to dress up a little bit, right? So we're sitting there, and everything's free. It's not like you have to worry about paying for any of it. But she goes, "All right, well, I'm gonna try something new." I said, "All right, try something new." So she's thumbing through there, and Olga's like, "Oh, what can I be getting?" Okay, so she goes, "I'm gonna try that right there. It's ox tongue." I said, "Okay, I've had cow tongue. Like,
So have I.
yep, cow tongue is good. I like cow tongue." So I said, "Ox tongue is basically."
about the same.
Yeah, basically the same exact thing. It was on a little cracker and it had some kind of like a little tiny like half a spoonful, some kind of spread, some kind of whatever.
Mhm.
So it comes out and there was like, I want to say like 4 or 5 of them on the plate. I said, why don't you get something else also in case you don't like it? She goes, oh no, I'm gonna eat it. I'm like, it's okay. I guess if you don't, you just have her bring you out something different later.
Yeah.
So okay. So we're sitting at a round table, actually a lot like this, and she brings this stuff out. She puts it in front of Julie, and she kind of does the like, okay, yeah, I'm go for it. I'm like, well, it's good because you ordered it. So she gets it up, and she gets it, like, I'm telling you, she couldn't have done any more than just set the whole cracker on her tongue. And at that point, the idea of eating a cow tongue
That just
apparently
occurred to her?
caught up with her. Yeah. And she makes this noise. I mean, loud. There's like, it's fairly packed in there. You know, feed a lot of people. So there's like 6 or 7 other tables around us. She puts that thing on her tongue, and she goes, "Ugh!" Whoop! There she goes. She just walks out. I'm like, oh my goodness. I thought it was the funniest thing. I'm looking around at other people, seeing if anyone, like, oh, maybe they didn't hear. Maybe everyone's got their head chuckling like this. And the Russian lady was real upset. She's like, we are eating this all the time in my house. Like, oh, listen, my bad. Like, I'll eat it. I ate the rest of it. But Julie comes back. She was so embarrassed. She was red and like, she goes, I'll have a fruit bowl. But that's the end of the story, really. That was just a cute little fun little anecdote there for you. But yeah, we'll try new things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all about trying new things.
Do you like trying different like types of cuisine? Like I love Ethiopian food, and we like have no Ethiopian restaurants around here.
I don't know that I've
but
ever had Ethiopian. I've had
highly recommend.
Thai food. I have found
Thai's
I
very
really
good. I love
enjoy.
Thai
I
food.
really enjoy Thai
That's definitely
food
more common than the Ethiopian.
and
food.
Vietnamese food.
Oh, I love Vietnamese.
Oh my
Vietnamese
goodness.
is probably my favorite like Asian type of food.
Yeah?
I really love it.
They have both Ethiopian and Vietnamese and many other ones. There's like a street in Boston that's just like all these very small.
Boston.
Yeah. It's
Almost every time I go to a new city, I seek out an Ethiopian restaurant because we don't have. We have one Ethiopian restaurant in Pittsburgh, and it's not even like that authentic. There used to be another one, and it was good.
It's like the Taco Bell
But-
in Ethiopian food.
Well, it's just
Mexican.
like they have like injera, which is their like spongy bread that like they serve the food on, and then you like take pieces of that to like eat your food
It's
to
like a
instead of
bread
having
bowl type
utensils.
of-
And their injera, it has like gluten in it, which is not the traditional type of injera.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's
There-
still good. It's really spicy if you like spicy.
Oh
food.
yeah,
They
oh
have-
yeah, I'm all about spicy. There's one. I'm pretty sure it's Vietnamese. It's like a Vietnamese stir fry. It's called a bibimbap. You ever had bibimbap?
I think that's Korean actually.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay, all right. It's got the egg on it and all that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could go home. I know all the stuff I need to make it. Anyways, I can make my own bibimbap bowl, and it's super good. It's like rice, and I do zucchini and carrots and onions. You mix all them, you cook all them. A little bit of teriyaki. Put it on top of the rice. Cook an egg on top, and a little bit of that teriyaki. It's like it's like Emerald Lagasse. Bam, bam, one of them things. Oh my goodness, it's so good.
Alright. If you could, my last thing, if you could learn how to cook anything, what would it be?
Like, what do you mean?
If
Like, learn to cook something.
Is there anything out there that you want to know how to cook that you haven't learned yet that you wish you knew how to do it?
Fish.
Fish.
I wish I could cook
Fish
fish.
is hard.
Fish is hard. That's why, like, Julie can bake. She's got that down. Like, I don't need to learn that. Any kind of pasta dish is basically easy, right?
Yeah,
Steak, I can do
super simple.
steak. I can do pork.
I
I
think,
can do
I think
chicken.
mine would be like rack of lamb because you
Okay.
need to get it medium, but you need to get it charred and seared.
Yeah.
It would be cool to learn how to prepare sushi and have it like they do it so
Yeah.
Oh
artistically.
yeah, that's
and-
technical.
See,
Yeah.
and that, I feel like
And that's
the
part
type
of learning how to cook it is the knife cuts.
Yeah, see, and that I feel like that's one of those things. I want a little bit of mystery in something, right? A little bit of like, I would never want to learn sushi.
Like, is this
But I'll
beef
go
or is it
get,
dog?
I'll go get sushi. Either way, I'll eat it.
Either way, it's delicious.
It's delicious.
I like eel.
I
That's my
love
favorite.
eel.
I forget- What's that called again?
Unagi?
Unagi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's freshwater eel because they have.
And then there's I can't think of the other. I love eel. I love sushi.
Yeah. There are very few of them that I are like, oh, I know I like that. Yes, I'll have some of that. There are very few of them. But I've tried. Everyone I've ever seen, I've tried.
The second Cars movie,
Yes.
Mater, they're in like Tokyo or some shit. Mater's like asking for, he thought it was like pea soup or something like that, or ice cream or something. Give me more of this is wasabi.
Yeah.
And the fucking Asian car's like, okay. He's like smiling on.
It was a Honda.
Did you know a lot of the wasabi we have around here is not real wasabi? It's like horseradish.
Yeah.
That sushi place in Grove City.
Yeah.
That place is that the wasabi is. Just,
Oh yeah.
I've never had authentic wasabi, but I know it's not real. I know
Yeah.
the stuff that we have isn't the
You
real
gotta go to
stuff.
like P.F. Chang's in Pittsburgh at the waterfront.
Oh, okay.
Been there, lettuce wraps, fucking bomb.
Oh, really? I like that. If we're going to do seafood in Erie, it's going to be hibachi.
I knew you were gonna say that. I've never
Oh
been
my
there.
goodness, I like the show of it and
I
the.
can't do that. I can't. But like the one time I went,
I see a vein popping out in your head.
I know. Here I am hosting a podcast where I talk all the time, but really I'm pretty quiet.
Right,
And I just
yeah.
like to relax and be quiet.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, no, you're gonna have a blast, right?
Oh yeah.
everyone is having the best time of their lives. I'm just sitting there like calmly, like just okay, this is cool and everything.
Yeah.
They start, throwing
Chucking
stuff
shrimp
at
at
me,
you, yeah.
and then they specifically focus in on me,
Oh, yeah.
and they're like saying all this
Calling,
shit.
yeah.
And I'm like, stop! And everybody's like, ha 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 ha! I'm like, stop! I just want food. Leave me alone.
Go to the buffet.
Yep. Oh yeah, I had a shark steak at there one time, and I don't know if you've ever had shark.
Mhm.
It blew my mind, like the texture and density of it. Like
Steaky.
I expected it to be fish. I'm like, oh, I need to eat more fish. I'll try this fish. Shark is a fish. I'll get this piece of fish, and it's like a steak.
Why won't you be fish?
I mean, honestly, I was okay with it because I really didn't.
Maybe you can cook it.
Huh. So weird things that you've eaten. What's like?
Ostrich.
You've had ostrich? Okay, right on. I've had ostrich jerky. I've never had like an ostrich like drumstick.
I've had snake and I've had turtle.
I've had octopus.
Okay.
And I've had octopus
Squid.
too.
Squid.
I mean, of course, everyone's had squid
Yeah,
if they've had
calamari.
calamari.
Elk,
I've had elk.
Elk.
moose,
No.
bear.
I've had
I've
bear
had bear.
chili, so it's like I
Okay.
couldn't really.
Yeah.
And I've had rabbit stew like at a French restaurant before, but that's
Okay.
the only rabbit I've ever had.
Okay. I've had alligator.
Alligator.
I've had
Alligator's
alligator.
fucking good.
Yeah, alligator's banging, man. I've had beaver.
I know I've had a
What's
bug.
that?
I've had a bug before, but I can't remember which bug it was. The chocolate-covered bug.
Grasshopper.
Was it grasshoppers?
Yeah.
I don't know. We weren't there, but that's
Yeah.
what I've had.
That must
Apparently
be
more
it. I don't
cultures
know.
do not
I don't know how
eat
many bugs they
insects.
cover in
It's like a whole
chocolate.
other food group that we aren't like
Yeah.
exploring. But I've never had an insect.
It's because Americans won't eat bugs.
Right, yeah,
Huh.
they're just not open to it. But I don't know.
What if
I
they
would
have
try
plant-based
it.
versions of bugs?
If they
A
taste
plant-based alternative.
as long as they taste like spiders, I'm good.
This is a tofu grasshopper.
I've heard that spiders taste like crab, which is interesting because like they're eight-legged thing. Like I feel like they're sort of related to.
Huh.
So.
No, I would starve to death.
I mean, I'm so
I would
arachnophobic, I just wouldn't do it, but I
Yeah.
do love crab.
I would starve to death before I ate a
I
spider.
haven't
Yeah,
had
me
crab in a
too.
while because Michelle is shellfish.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's poop. If someone cooked it, if someone was like, hey,
I would
Yeah.
try most anything, but I'm just so
Yeah.
terrified of spiders that like
Well,
I
that's
just
your
don't
way to
think I
get
could
your
bring
like
myself
revenge
to.
on them. You know?
Right. Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on. We just said that nobody eats bugs in America, but we're all talking about eating crab and shit.
Yeah, that's
They're
nice.
bugs.
They're
They're
just basically
crustaceans.
bugs. Yeah.
They're bugs.
It's a crustacean. no,
It's a
bug.
bug.
It's not a bug.
That's
Yeah,
a
it's not.
bug.
It's just a hard-shelled bug.
It's
all
not
a
bug.
Call it whatever you want, Mr. Scientist. but it's
Mr.
a bug.
Who the
Scientist.
fuck do you think you are, Bill Nye?
Yeah, man. Bill Nye wishes he could be Liquid Thunder.
Bill Nye, he's not even a scientist.
No.
It's like a jet engine guy, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he's like, nobody.
Oh, I was pretty sure he was a pimp, wasn't he?
I mean, he's fucking cool.
Yeah, I thought he was a pimp.
PIMP.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he was my stepdad, I'd be happy.
Bill Nye, the pimping guy. I'm pretty
Not
sure.
that I love my stepdad, but I mean.
But
Bill
if he
Nye-
was Bill Nye, it would be cool.
if I had like a second real mom,
Second
It's like a mother alternative, right?
Yeah.
If you're not.
the mothership. If the mothership had.
There you go. Yeah. Huh.
So far, we've referenced every podcast in every podcast. We're going
Yeah.
backwards.
Yeah, that's good.
We need to move forward, really. But next week's episode is going to be food part 2, and you guys aren't going to be on it, so we're not really moving forward. We're moving backwards.
Sideways.
Sideways.
Do not let her listen to this.
No.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta keep it a secretive.
And take notes of what we talked about.
No.
It's all
And
recorded.
no,
It's all recorded.
take notes and stay away. Do not guide the conversation.
She's going in a completely different.
She's actually gonna talk about food.
Good point.
How do you talk about food any more than we have?
She's got diets. She's going to bring up
Mhm.
how to cook tofu correctly.
Do you remember whenever we did the Jason Statham part 1, Friends 2 part 1,
Boogaloo.
Yeah.
the electric boogaloo, and I said consomme,
Yeah.
and you guys saw the saying consume?
Yeah.
I was like, that's what
Man,
you do when you
we've
eat.
been doing this podcast all along. We've been
They've
talking
all
about-
been leading up
We've been
to
talking
it,
about
man.
food all along.
Yeah, they've all been
It's like
leading
a
up
broth
to it.
gravy shit, man.
Yeah. Huh.
Fuck food.
Huh.
Fuck your meringue.
There is one.
Meringue? It's fucking meringue. It's
I
not
was going to
meringue.
ask about factory farming, but it's an hour and 6 minutes in, so none
Are
of
we
you get
really?
to-
Oh my
That's
goodness.
what I was going to do.
One more. I have one more quick recipe for you. And it's basically because you were talking about tofu and the calories.
You take a brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart, put it in the fucking toaster.
Put butter on it before you put it in there.
No,
After.
not before. What the fuck are you
After.
talking-
After. What are you doing?
I'm coming to your house.
I have a lot of depression.
I can cook. I can cook, scooping butter right into his toaster.
And then you just keep letting the bathtub fill up, and it's done. But right.
It's called my bathtub toaster.
Oh my goodness. Wowzer.
It's got rubber duckies on the side.
But you don't just want to push down on it because it won't work. You have to put the Pop-Tart in it where it won't stay down when you drop it in the...
Well, that got dark.
My
real
Pop-Tart's soggy,
quick.
but I don't care.
Yeah.
Thanks for that recipe, Liquid Thunder.
Yeah. My bad.
Oh,
Took a hard left there.
God, food's depressing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go eat pickle
Yeah.
chips
Jeez.
because that's all I know how to.
Okay. Have been a big fan of pasta and Italian cuisine for most
You
of my
tried
life.
smoked
Right?
steak pasta.
Smoked steak, I have not, but
I
I
made it
would.
the other day.
So, a healthier alternative if you have the spaghetti itch, like I want
Squash.
spaghetti, but like I'm trying to lose weight, I'm trying to diet. I've been dieting recently, right? Past 3 months, I've lost 50 pounds. So, there is a real nice little.
Thought there was less of you.
Yeah, there is.
And there was much rejoicing.
We make this version of spaghetti, and you basically, instead of the noodles, you take cabbage, and you cut
Spaghetti squash.
it real thin. You know, you leave it as long as you want. You cut it short, I guess, but like we always leave it long. Cut it in half, right, and then slice it real thin the whole way across, and you use that as your noodles. You put all your sauce in and Parmesan cheese and that, but you just substitute the noodles out for the pasta. And it is absolutely incredible how many calories that will cut out of that meal. A whole cabbage, you can get, it was like, I don't know exactly what it is, but I think we had a 4-pound cabbage, 3.5-pound cabbage, and there was like,
I feel like that's a big cabbage.
that's a regular size cabbage. They're
the way
pretty
that
dense,
much?
yeah, because they're wrapped so tight. So,
Me too.
right, yeah.
Have you done it with zucchini noodles?
Not noodles. No, I do have a zoodler at the house
Yeah.
to do it.
I'm gonna go make.
But I
Just
will-
so
I'll
you know,
put the-
that's how all the English language should work. When you combine two words together,
You should combine-
Just combine.
Yeah, zoodlers.
Yes.
Yep. So, although that doesn't always work, because if you have like,
Go ahead.
there was this one, it was like veggie spaghetti, and they combined it, and it was a vegetti, and like, boy, that sounds like it could just go a different direction, doesn't it? Like,
As
get
long-
your vegetti out.
as long-
Like, what the?
Sounds better than vagina confetti.
That's what I'm saying. That could be vagina confetti. It's vegetti. So that's what I'm saying. So.
Then you go see a Cuban gynecologist or a salesman.
A Cuban gynecologist, an American auto salesman.
But yeah, in that whole cabbage, I think there was like 200 calories maybe, as opposed to a pound of pasta that has like, 1,500 calories in it,
Yeah.
something ridiculous. But, yeah, it's a lower calorie version of spaghetti. If you have that spaghetti itch, you know, you feel like you need some pasta, you cook it the same. We still do meat. We still do like a pound of burger. There's like 1,300 calories in a pound of burger, right? That 300 or 400 calories in a jar of sauce, depending on the type of sauce you get. So 18 plus the 2 is like 2,000 for the whole meal, and that's like, oh man, I bet you get 8 servings out of that. So,
When you started doing math, I fell asleep.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Have you
sorry.
ever tried the non-wheat based pastas? Like there's like quinoa pasta. And
I've had
brown rice
quinoa.
pasta.
That's actually
I've
pretty
had
good.
chickpea pasta.
Rice.
I'm not chickpea. Okay, so the foods that I don't like.
Pie.
No, I like all pies.
Not medium
Chickpeas.
warm. Not lukewarm.
You don't like
Not a
chickpeas?
fan of chickpeas. I'm not a fan of what's the stuff they make from chickpeas? Or
Hummus?
hummus.
Hummus.
Chickpeas and hummus, no dice. Spinach from a can.
Yeah, I don't
In a
do
microwave.
canned.
Yeah,
With
yeah,
that
kidding,
doesn't
right?
absolutely.
sound
All
Is
of
that
those things.
balsamic, malt, or white?
Malt, I bet you.
I bet it doesn't matter, really, because no one would eat it no
It's
matter
not-
what kind of
yeah.
vinegar.
It's all tasty.
Apple cider vinegar.
Annoying
Um,
noise in the microphone.
Nice, very nice.
That-
The little lines went like
You
this.
gotta do one of those.
Those 3, and there's like one other thing I've eaten in my whole life that I didn't care for.
It doesn't matter. We gotta cut it right there. Stop.
I have to plug where the show's at. Hold on.
Yeah, wow. I can't believe it's been that long.
I just thought it'd be hilarious to stop him right there.
I did that. The one episode you were like, Jason Statham plays bass, and you're like,
No, oh yeah, he nailed it, man. Yeah, I saw that. It was a good catch. It was a good toss. It was a good catch.
So if you guys have something to end the show with, plan it while I explain where you can find the show. So all of you, put your brains
So
together.
you're gonna cut what just happened out?
No,
Maybe I'll move it. I don't
leave it
know.
in.
I'll get real creative with
Put
it.
it at the beginning.
Oh my god.
Huh.
All right. You can find this show on YouTube, Spotify, and
Podbean.
Podbean.
Flick that
Thank
bean.
you.
Flick that bean.
That's right. Because it's not that hard to find. Correct.
Correct.
It's not,
We have
because
had
that's
this
not is what.
conversation. It's not. Yeah.
It's not.
It's not that hard to. It
The
can
bean
be.
is not the hard thing to find.
No.
No, we've went over this.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's easy.
Speaking of which, I'm a buddy old bread.